sanctuary here. We're gonna see if we can find Vicente to turn in the quest to, well, the contract to kill Bainland. Let's see. Here he is.
So, the accident has been staged and Bainland lies dead. Well done. You have more than earned your reward and bonus. I present to you this dagger. It's an enchanted blade known as Sufferthorn. Its prick is deadly, I assure you. Yes, you are quite an asset to this sanctuary. In fact, I believe you are ready for advancement. I hereby appoint you Slayer. Well done. Now go, child of Sithis. Go and rest. You'll need it.
I'd like to take my next contract before I go and rest.
Back for more? It just so happens I have another contract available, one that requires an expert in infiltration.
Ooh, this one's a little tricky. Of course, I will gladly accept.
As always, you fail to disappoint me. Your target is a dark elf named Valen Dreth. He thinks he's safe in prison. He is tragically mistaken. A prisoner recently escaped from the prison using a set of secret tunnels connected to the Imperial City's sewer system. It's a perfect way inside. Just outside the Imperial prison is a grating that leads to the sewers. It has recently been tightly locked, but I will provide a key. It should be easy enough to locate Dreth in his small cell. Besides, I think you know the way, Valen Dreth has been imprisoned for many years. His tongue is sharp, but his body is limp and frail. He will prove an easy, pleasurable kill. You will receive a bonus if you fulfill the contract without killing any of the prison guards. Now go, and may the Night Mother go with you.
No rest for the wicked. Well, I guess that guy gets his just rewards for just berating people constantly behind bars there. He is not very nice. He's the first person that talks to you when you start the game, and it doesn't matter who you are, he has nothing to say to you that's kind. So, I do have to say I wouldn't mind taking him out. Alright, let's check out this dagger that we just got. I think this is pretty good. It's only, right now, based on my blade skill, it's only 4 damage, but drain strength 20 points and damage health 35 points, so that's pretty powerful. I will probably put that, replace this shock blade with that in my inventory here, or my quick bar, whatever it is. Alrighty, let's see. So we can travel back to the Imperial City to see if we can get in. It is a little tricky trying to sneak past the guards because the guards are now on patrol in that Imperial Subterrane area that we escaped from originally. I would like to finish this quest. The Burning Trail, that was where we were following notes. We picked up a note in Telos Plaza, and then it pointed us towards Ursine Shrine. And I was at Ursine Shrine, but I don't think that I actually found the note while I was there. I forgot about it. So, let's actually do this, because I think this quest is going to give us a pretty good weapon if we follow through with it. So, let's see where we have to go for that. But I get outside first here. Okay, so let's travel here. It's not far from the Imperial City anyway. And see if we can find the note. We have to go to several Daedric shrines, I believe. I have arrived at Ursine Shrine. The note should be behind a tree, found by following the wolf's gaze. So he is looking straight off this direction. This is the only tree that's within a short distance here. what you will seek. The fool, the vain, he who is weak, wishing to slave the weak souls. The horned fiend shrine is thy goal. Contemplate the fake prince, march then toward the light of dawn. I found a second note. It mentions a third note near the horned fiend shrine. I should head toward Moloch Baal's shrine. I'm not sure if we have located. No, we have not. It's way up here. Well, we can go to Hector. I guess that's not very far. And then we'll walk down. There's another gate. I probably am not going to do a lot of gates until I level up a little bit more, because once you get to level 17, I believe, that's the cap for like the best like sigil stones you can get when you close a gate. Also the better loot starting at level 17. So I'm probably just gonna leave them for now and then maybe go through and do them later. You may notice that the voice of my character is a little different. I have never really liked the voice of the wood elves, like the woman's voice that is your character's voice. So I did install another mod for a younger sounding voice, which I don't feel like it improves it that much, but it is a little bit better, I think, than the original. I've arrived at Moloch Baal's shrine. I should be able to find the third note by following the light of the dawn. Okay, so would that be like, I don't know, to the east? Sunrise is in the east. I think we, oh, here it is. Yeah, directly east. You walk the path of the new dawn. On the world's truth the light shine on. His might forever unrivaled. His enemies to dust crumbled. So close to greatness you are. The end of the path is not far. Where the Larsius meets the bay. In a city full of decay. Praying for luck to a statue. The old lady holds the last clue. Well, that one's pretty easy. That would be the lucky old lady in Breville. I found the third note. It mentions the last note's location in a decayed city where the Larsius River touches the bay. It speaks of some sort of lucky old lady. Alright. So that means we're not really getting any closer to the Imperial City at this point, but I think we'll just finish this because that's the last. I believe that's the last note. Not Lewin, we need to go to Breville. Okay.
What is it?
So let's check around the shrine of the old woman here. I have arrived at Breville's lucky old lady statue. The fourth note should be nearby. Let's see if it's on the outside of this. I don't see it. Ah, here it is. You walk the path of the new dawn. Lord Dagon welcomes you on. A scheme within a scheme, another way to reach the dream. Your sister in faith thou shalt find, the shy Dunmer we now design. Familiar with the burning fire, she will guide you to the pyre. Bring us to her to be blessed. Rejoice in succeeding our test. Okay, that's a little cryptic. I found the fourth note. It mentions a shy Dunmer familiar with fire who can guide me to the pyre. I should head towards the nearest inn to try to find her. Okay, well that that's helpful, I guess. The nearest inn, there's two inns. There's Silverhelm on the water, but I think the only person that works there is Gilgondarin. I think that, what's this other place called? I forget. There was a Dunmer that cooks there. I am pretty sure. Lonely Suitor, I couldn't remember the name of it.
How are you?
I'm pretty sure when I was...
better.
Have you heard about Kavach? They say that Daedra came from Oblivion and burned the whole city to the ground.
By the gods!
Of course.
Goodbye.
That was so...
Hi.
Yes?
The mismatch in that conversation was so weird. Okay, so she's a fence,
Good
but
to see
there's,
you.
I think, the cook here is... Let's see. What? Like, where is she? Did I miss...
I'm Bogrum Grokalish, your host at the Lonely Suitor Lodge. It may not look like much outside, but that's just the weathered, Brabil look.
A shy Dunmer. Could it be Ranaline that you're looking for?
Probably.
Good day.
Okay, so... That updated our quest, but we didn't get a pop-up. I spoke to Bogrum Grokalish at the Lonely Suitor Lodge. He told me that the description I gave matches the inn's cook, Ranaline. She's a reclusive Dunmer. I should try and find her to see what she knows. Alright. She's not inside right now. I don't... Where the heck is she? Oh, she does have a house here. I did not realize that she had a home. Okay. Let's see. Every time I've seen her, she's just been in the inn.
What? Ranaline. I cook at the Lonely Suitor.
Mythic Dawn notes.
You found the notes. You share our vision. But I did not survive this long by being trusting.
We have to persuade her first. Okay, let me try that.
Go ahead. That's a myth. That's... What nonsense. You think that's funny? I can't argue. Not now. Such adventures. Don't waste... That's such a... You've got a point. Don't talk. That's just my life. That's enough.
I did level up my speechcraft, and I now have the option to do a free rotate when I'm doing the persuasion, so that helps a lot.
What a thoughtful... That will... Thank you. Thank you. For me, that will get you something.
I have spent so much money bribing people, I have to say. Alright, she's up to 94 now.
That's very good.
Let's try again.
You found the notes. You follow the will of the Lord of Change. You are the last that was needed. Go to Mingo Cave, dressed as one of us, and revel in the fire.
Okay, so she gave us a Mythic Dawn robe and hood.
Goodbye.
I think I discovered Mingo Cave. Or not. I thought I did. It's right next to Rosine Shrine and the Inn of Ill Omen. So let's just travel there and then head to the cave. So aside from the wild goose chase of finding all the notes in the first place, this quest is actually fairly quick to complete. It should be anyway. is my hood not on? I also installed another. I go back and forth with the mods. I change my mind all the time. I add stuff, remove things. I added one to hide the head slot because I really don't like the way that my character looks when they're wearing a hood. It just makes them look bald. You can't see the hair. It just completely disappears. So I decided to install one to hide any armor slots. So you can still wear the armor, but it just won't show up, which is nice. I prefer that over wearing the hood. Okay, so we shouldn't have to sneak. We should be able to walk right in here. In theory. I love the ominous bones just rolling down the entrance here. That's not a good sign.
We are blessed by an envoy of Lord Dagon.
He's super happy about it. Wow. Okay, ooh, there's a Mythic Dawn commentaries in here. I don't believe we've collected any of these yet. No. I'm taking it. Oh, sweet. We just leveled up too. Alright, is there anywhere for me to sleep? I wonder. There's gotta be bedrolls in here. These people are like living here. Right? One would think there's bedrolls somewhere.
We are blessed by an envoy of Lord Dagon.
Okay, he just repeats the same. There's a bedroll.
May the Sovereign of Destruction be with you.
Okay, well at least he says something a little different, but he doesn't give me any instructions on what to do here. There's 2 bedrolls in here. Let's sleep. You cannot sleep. Oh, shoot. I wonder if I can sleep if I take them out. Like after I am done. I'm not going to leave any Mythic Dawn agents alive here, I can tell you that.
May the Sovereign of Destruction be with you.
Is this the same guy still? Okay, this doesn't look good. Oh, we even have, like, a Dremora or a Ziavali or something here.
Come, mortal. Our princess' power is closed.
Mayrune's
Bow
Harbinger.
to the will of Mayrune's Dagon, and take this puny imperial life to assert your hatred of the Septons.
Oh, I do not like this option at all. What's wrong with this banner? It looks
Burn him.
ridiculous.
Light the fire.
I guess it's blowing in some sort of breeze. You're the one holding the torch and you want me to light the fire.
Kill me, please.
This is horrible.
May the Sovereign of Destruction be with you.
Okay. I don't really want to do this, but I guess. Well, at least he died quickly. That was super fast. I've obeyed Mayrune's Dagon's will and reduced the guard to ashes. I shall request my reward now. Okay, well, at least we are going to actually get a reward. Let's see. I have to talk to her, I guess.
You have greatly pleased my lord. You will act as a herald of his coming and wear his attire.
Ooh, her bottom teeth
Sovereign
clip
of
through her lip.
Destruction offers you equipment befitting someone as bloodthirsty as yourself. Crafting it is beyond mortal abilities, hence you'll need to summon me whenever you need a new one.
Okay, so she didn't actually give me anything, but I did. I got a spell added. Let's see. I can now summon Mehrunes Harbinger at any time to obtain items imbued with Mehrunes Dagon's power. I should speak to Snot Grobura at the Chestnut Handy Stable about crafting a matching set of horse armor. Oh, that's cool. I still need to get a horse. However, I don't know. I do get Shadowmere from the Dark Brotherhood eventually. But it's, I think, a little ways down the line before I can get that. So maybe I should just buy one, I don't know.
Be quick about it, mortal.
Okay, let's see what she will give me.
Which of my lord's boons do you require this time?
Armor or a weapon. Let's see what options we have here.
A meaningless choice. Be more specific.
Maybe you should have asked more specifically.
Take it, mortal. Do you dare ask for more?
I sure do. I'd like an armor piece.
A meaningless choice. Be more specific.
I prefer light armor.
With which light armor piece do you want to sneak and murder?
All of them. A Guruz helm and a shield. Can I ask for all of them? I want to see what she says.
Enjoy the might of Mehrunes. What else do you want?
I'm good.
I will allow you to ask for more items later.
Okay, bye. Okay, there she goes. I was gonna, she's just standing there. Okay, so I need to check these things out. Boots of Cataclysm. So these give us a lot of armor, but not, there's no enchantments on them. I suppose maybe I could put enchantments on them. I want to see what this looks like. Let's put everything on. Oh, it does not look like light armor. It looks huge. I'm sure the heavy armor is a lot thicker, but I don't love the claws on that. However, I guess for Mehrunes Dagon, it is very fitting. It looks like Daedric armor. Okay, so that gives us a rating of 28 if we wear all of that. And we're only at 14 with this stuff. However, we do get all of the fortifications wearing those. I don't know, maybe I'll wear this and then just wear my shrouded hood. I think I hit the wrong thing there. Shrouded hood. Oh no, I've already got it on. Okay. Well, I certainly don't need these. Let's check out this bow. Ooh, it does 20 damage. That's way more than what I was using. I'm pretty confident that you can also enchant this. So if we were able to get another sigil stone, we would be able to enchant this as well. 20 damage. Plus if we get our sneak bonus, that's really powerful. I should be able to sneak up on these guys if I just walk over here, I think. Let's try it out. They're not wearing any armor. Oh, that was the leader. That's why he was hard to take out. Alright, I'm thinking these people don't really have much in the way of anything like loot-wise, but summon skeleton. Maybe like potions or like he had a scroll. So I think I came in that way, right? Wasn't there two? I thought there were two people in here. Oh, I guess I was not actually in this room yet. Oh, we got a ring of light. I don't know that I would, as, you know, a character that sneaks, I don't know that I would use that, really. Oh. Well, I guess that landslide took that guy out. Or, collapse, I should say. Base ring of agility, that's definitely useful. I was going to say, even if these don't have enchantments, I could put them, you know, I could put enchantments on them later on. But also, I have the mod that lets me wear as many rings as I want. So, as I get better loot, I'm gonna find things that will help me to fortify various skills. I'm hoping, if I wait long enough to go to Luther Broads and find Boris, that the main quest line will give me some decent loot. The Mythic Dawn people that show up in the sewers when you go to meet the sponsor, I think it is, they normally have magic rings that they wear. I think the best one you can get is the mundane ring, which, despite its name, is like super powerful, but it's just a random chance. So, but even still, if your level is high enough, like above 17, you should still get something decent from those guys. Just do my arrows back here. This is the room that had two people in it originally, and it still does. Oh, that was another thing. I keep remembering all these mods I installed after, as I'm playing. I installed an archery mod for headshots, where headshots do more damage. So you'll notice, like, my cursor was turned red when I got up to the head. Also, there's some sort of like a glitch in the game where if you hit any kind of a character or mob in the head, it doesn't do the multiplier it's supposed to if you're sneaking. So I've noticed that quite a few times when I'm sneaking. It'll say 1 times damage instead of 3. So this mod is supposed to fix that as well and do the actual amount of damage that it should be. Okay, I'm gonna see if I'm able to sleep in the bed down here now that I've killed everyone. Oh. I'm hopeful, but I don't know. I might have to go somewhere else. The Inavillmo Omen is just down the hill. I'm hopeful that I can, but no, I can't. So I guess we'll just head to the Inavillmo Omen. It's right down the hill. Well, hello, dear. Wow. Oh, shoot. just the Knights of the Nine, but if I need to make the pilgrimage because my infamy is too high, I can find them a little bit easier. I don't have to try to look on the map. There's a map that the priest gives you for the Knights of the Nine quest. The priest that's preaching an anvil. He gives you a way shrine map, but it doesn't actually mark the locations on your actual map. You have to look at the map and then keep going to find it. So this is a lot easier. Once you've discovered it, it'll stay there. I actually don't think I need to even pay for a bed here. I think I can just go sleep in Rufio's bed. Yeah. That's some gnarly armor. Okay, level 12. Okay, that's nice. We've leveled ourselves up. I don't know if I've discovered this. I don't think I have the Way Shrine of Senathar. I was here before, though. I'm surprised. Oh, well, I probably did come down to it, but it was before I installed the mod, so that's probably why. That would make more sense. Here's the Nern route. It's kind of relaxing just walking around through nature here. Yeah, pick some flowers. Mushrooms. Another Nernru. I must have quite a few Nernru. I don't know how many there are total in the game. I think for Sendarian you have to collect 100. But there's probably more than that in the world. I don't know. I'm curious how many I actually have. Let's see. 32. That's not bad. When you do finally go and talk to Sendarian, he sends you out to find, like, the first time it's 10, then he sends you to find 20, so it's a progressive quest, and then he'll make more powerful potions for you. I think it's Elixir of Exploration or something. Alright, well, we're just kind of roaming aimlessly here. Let's see. So we do have to do this one. I am wondering if it might be good for me to try to level up my sneak a little more. I think Yardwolf, is that his name? He's over here at the Wana Inn. He's somehow affiliated with the Dark Brotherhood, but I think he can train me to sneak. I think he can, at least, unless I'm already past his level. I don't know about that.
You need something special? Check out my wares. You won't find this stuff at your local general store, that's for damn sure.
Okay, what do you got? Let's see. I don't think I have really much that I could sell to him right now, but...
Pay attention, and you can learn a lot.
Shoot, he can't help me. I'm gonna have to see.
Tell me more.
Alright, we've reached our maximum disposition.
May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
Do I have? I guess I technically could sell this other bow that I have because even with the fire damage, the 10 points of fire damage, it's... I guess with the 10 points of fire damage plus the damage that it does, it is actually more than this one. Plus, you've got to figure in the damage for the arrow itself. I think they're added together. So if I'm using, oh, actually, this is still better, at least until I can get an enchantment on this one. Right now, I'm getting 30 damage just base with this bow of Cataclysm. This one would be 32. Is that right? 32 plus 10 fire damage. So that's 42. I guess this is technically better. No, I don't want to sell it. Maybe I should be using that.
Walk always in the shadow of Sithis.
So I don't know who can train me to sneak. Let me check that out really quick and see. Okay, so I did look this up. It says that
What is it now?
Othralos or Marana-Rian would both be able to train. I think it said, let's see, it tells you their location as well. Othralos lives in the Imperial City Elven Gardens, and Marana-Rian is in the Temple District. Marana-Rian is a master, so I don't know if I can train with her yet, or if I have to be a higher level for her to be. It might be one of those things where when you get up to a certain point, you can ask a trainer about additional training, and then they will tell you, go see this person. You have to like unlock it's sort of like a quest for it. Let's see if we can find Othralos. It might be hard to find just a random person in heels.
But I hear he's a good teacher. The gods.
Without question.
Have you heard any word about the other sourcing?
He has to be an elf, right?
I see you're a follower of the Grey Fox, too.
Ida Fluminorman. She's an acrobat, or I think it's acrobat's trainer. Let's look at our map and see. Lorkmere. I feel like there's a quest involving Lorkmere. That sounds very familiar. Cardhouse, the Broad, Stoven Aaron. I haven't walked around here yet to be able to discover the rest of the homes. Oh, here's his house, but he's not here.
I see you're a follower of the Grey Fox, too. I'm Mando. I'm a lady of leisure, but I do some advanced training in security. Just a hobby. Only one has a better mastery of locks than I. You need to speak to Jabana. You can find him imprisoned at the Imperial Legion headquarters.
Interesting. Okay, so that's what I was thinking. In order to unlock the other person, you have to talk to somebody. So I think I've trained beyond her skill level, and now I need to find Jabana. So she just went in here. Where the heck is Othralos? You'd think you would be coming home at some point.
thrillers. I'm a sneak. Advanced sneak, in fact. And I train sneaks. No law against it.
I would like you to train me, please.
Let's get to training.
So he's a journeyman. Yeah, so after he's trained me as much as he can, then I could ask him for additional training. And he'll tell me to go talk to the, what was it, Mariana Rihan or... Stepping softly, hiding in the shadows, you do everything in your power to remain undetected. You have become a journeyman of sneaking. You now move more quietly, even when running and wearing heavy boots. Sweet. I think I just did 2 at once there. That was weird. Alright.
Shadow behind you.
Now, hopefully I don't get arrested because I was, yeah, right there. Shoot. I'm gonna run away.
Hello. Razan is a talented smith.
I realized I was not sneaking when I broke into his house to go get some sneak training of all things. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is go talk to Armand Kristoff down here. Ah, shoot, I can't. Apparently I left some stuff here at one point. I don't think my fine should be very high for breaking into that house. Arboretum. No, there's a door out to City Isle somewhere here. Oh my gosh, where the heck is it?
Pardon me. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I was sent to ask for your help.
Who is this person? I'm sorry, and you are?
Where are my manners? I'm Rolsa Norvalo. My husband Gillen has requested that I find you and ask if you'd assist him.
Sure, how can I help?
Normally, I wouldn't approach a total stranger like this, but Gillen seemed so insistent. Please, forgive my audacity.
It's alright, Rolsa. Continue.
Thank you. Gillen always tends to exaggerate, but in this case, he sounded earnest, which worries me a bit. He said to tell you that the matter he needs help with is of the utmost importance to the citizens of the Imperial City. You're to meet him at Seridur's house, which is located in the Temple District. He said all will be explained when you get there. That's all he told me to say.
Don't worry, I'll go.
Thank you. I'm sure he'll be pleased. I must go now. Good day to you.
I was gonna say I don't remember this quest, but now I do after she said I need to go to Seridur's house. Why are these guys standing out here in the rain? That's weird. Oh, here's the trainer lady.
Marana Rian, I'm very fond of nice things. How fortunate that I can afford them.
Oh, see, this makes sense to me now that she was standing down at the waterfront one day because she looks like she's really wealthy, but she must be a Thieves Guild member if she is an advanced trainer in sneak. That makes a lot more sense to me now. Okay, so I do not have the option to train with her yet. I need to level up, and then someone will probably give me her name later.
Be seeing you.
I wanted to make it over to the waterfront, but I'm lost and I can't fast travel apparently.
It's an honor to finally meet you. When I heard you were in town, I just had to send for your help. Your reputation precedes you. Oh, allow me to introduce myself. I am Seridur.
Pleased to meet you, Seridur.
Likewise. Sorry to send Gillen's wife to get you in that manner, but it seems safer if we weren't seen on the streets right now. If you'll come with me.
Very well, lead on.
Splendid. Watch your step.
I have to be following, like, on his butt for him to move.
I'm honored by your presence.
I don't know how these people even know
Nice
who I
to meet
am?
Shh, not here. Keep following.
Oh, wait, how much more secluded can we be here?
Welcome. You are now in the sanctuary of
Another
the
foot,
Order of
apparently.
the Virtuous Blood. Few outside our circle have ever set foot in our hallowed hall. We are, for lack of a better word, defenders. We guard the city from an infestation that plagues it. We are vampire hunters. I'm sure you are familiar with these despicable beings, feeding on the innocent as if they were cattle. Well, this group was formed to combat them. Alas, we are but 3 old men, not able to match the fighting prowess of a vampire. We lack the strength to defeat them in battle. Our goal is to root out the vampires that live in our fair city. So far, we've been unsuccessful finding one, until now. It's come to the Order's attention that Temple District resident Roland Jenseric is a vampire, and has already claimed one victim. That's where you come in. We want you to slay this vampire, and cleanse the city of his filth before he can feed or kill again.
Why do I feel like this is a trick?
A few nights ago, I was roaming the city as I often do, looking for any signs of a vampire. As I headed past Roland's house, I heard a cry. I rushed into the back garden to find Roland struggling with a woman he'd been courting. I tried to intervene, but he was too strong. He threw his lover to the ground and turned his attention on me. Luckily, I managed to run back into the street and escape his grasp. I hid for a while and then returned to the garden. Roland was gone, and the woman was dead. She had 2 puncture marks on the nape of her neck. That's when I realized he was a vampire. The Order needs you to track him and destroy him.
How do I find him?
I would start by searching his home. He hasn't been there for days, so it should be safe. Return to us here if you have questions. We meet at night. His home is located in the Temple District, right across the garden from my home, in fact. Ironic, isn't it?
Sure is.
Vampires are nasty creatures. They drink the blood of others to conceal their true nature. Such trickery makes them difficult to find. You may ask Gillen Norvallo or Greythroat about these creatures as well. They've learned much. Who knows when Roland may strike again? You must hurry.
Apparently we need to go search his house and see if we can find any clues. So let's head over there and do that.
It's all over, lawbreaker. Your spree is at an
Seriously.
end. I'll take any stolen...
Oh, my bounty is 5. I'll just pay my gold.
That's too bad. Okay.
I should have just paid it to begin with. 5 gold. Alright, well, we'll travel back to his house in a minute. Alright, I've made my way back. Let's see if we can't find his house here. I think Seridur's house is here. I think Roland's might be on the other side.
It's you, the hero of Kavach. This is truly an honor.
Who is even talking to me? That's kind of strange. Oh, here it is. Alright, so I guess we have to break in. I've arrived at Roland Jenseric's house. I should begin to search the place for any clues as to his whereabouts. Yeah, I would think he's not gonna be here since they supposedly got onto him. Shopping list. A love letter from Ralphina. I feel like Ralphina is a horrible name. After searching Roland's home, I found a letter written to Roland from his girlfriend. It mentions a cabin where the two would meet. It's located east of the Imperial City in the Great Forest. I think this may be where Roland could be hiding. I should head out there immediately before he has a chance to escape. Did we already discover this location? It kind of looks like we did. I guess so. Alright, so I guess I can just quick travel here. I think I do remember going past here and I said, oh, we're gonna have to come back later, so I should probably discover the location. I've arrived at Roland's cabin. I should proceed inside to see if he's here. I should be cautious, as Seridur warned me that vampires can be very dangerous. Yes, that's true. Look at all these flies flying around here. Okay, well, he's actually sleeping. I love that there's a diamond here. A flawless diamond, no less. We just take that while he's asleep.
Go away. I know what you're here for. Just leave me alone.
How does he know what I'm here for?
Vampires? Why would you ask me about those filthy creatures?
Seridur says you're a vampire.
That bastard. Seridur dares accuse me of being a vampire? Me? Ah, he's the one who is the vampire.
Ooh, plot twist. Seridur.
I can't believe him. I knew he would try and pin this on me. If only I could get my hands on him.
Calm down and explain, Roland.
I'm sorry. I've been hiding up here in this cabin and I've forgotten my manners. Try and understand. I loved her. I'd never harm her. Ralphina was the love of my life. For the first time, I had a positive outlook. Then I saw Seridur looking at her with those coveting eyes. When she started taking walks in the garden at night, I became suspicious. I didn't want to lose her. I should have trusted her. Oh, Ralphina.
What happened that night?
Yes. I must let someone else know. That night, I decided to follow Ralphina. I wanted to see where she went on her walks. When she stopped in the garden and Seridur stepped out of the shadows, my heart sank. Then suddenly he was upon her. She seemed entranced as he wrapped his arms around her and sank his teeth into her neck. I burst from my hiding place and attacked Seridur. He became startled for a moment and tossed Ralphina aside. She fell to the ground, and I heard a sickening crack as her head struck a stone. I was no equal to Seridur. He knocked me down in one quick movement. As I lost consciousness, I saw him laugh and then run away. Now I know why he didn't finish me that night. He wanted to cast suspicions on me instead.
I guess that does make sense. Why didn't you tell someone?
I panicked. By the time I awoke, her body was gone. I knew Seridur was a respected member of the community. They'd never believe he was a vampire. I retreated here to the cabin to collect my thoughts. I suppose you must decide what to do. Are you going to kill me?
Why would I kill him if he's not a vampire?
Thank you. I'm happy you gave me a chance to explain.
But what about Seridur?
I know about Seridur and his secret order. What better way for a vampire to hide than to pretend he hunts them? You may want to speak to Phintius at the first edition bookshop in the market district of the city. I know he goes there occasionally. I doubt that he's told Gillen and Greythroat anything, but you could always try.
Yeah, I don't believe the other two know anything about it.
As you know, the vampire can't remain in sunlight. I'd wager that you'll never see Seridur outside during that time of day.
Which is so strange to me, because wouldn't the other two...
Remain leery of Seridur. He's much more cunning than you may suspect.
Wouldn't the other two that are part of this Order of the Virtuous Blood catch on to the fact that he doesn't go out during the day? They're supposed to know about the attributes of vampires, and they have no idea about this guy. It seems really weird. So we can go to first edition, but I don't know. It's 4:42 in the morning, so I'm not sure. We might have to wait a little bit for it to open. Also, it's 8:44 now. It should be open. Also, how does he go to the bookstore if he doesn't go out during the day? That seems weird too. Does he have special arrangements so he can come here at night or something?
I'm Phintius, owner and proprietor of the first edition. Look around. If I don't have it, maybe I can get it.
Let's ask him about Seridur.
I'm not really at liberty to discuss my customers with strangers.
Alright, we gotta do persuasion here.
Go ahead.
Yeah, disposition of 39. No wonder you won't talk to me. Okay, he's up to 91 after persuasion and bribes here.
That works for me.
It better. I did spend a lot of gold.
Seridur? He comes in from time to time. Usually it's when he's out shopping. He always comes in with a large amount of travel food in his bag. Then sometimes he buys a few books. I asked him once about it, and he said that he goes out of the city on business trips. I think I overheard him once mention Memorial Cave to another patron of mine. But he never talked to me about it directly.
Memorial Cave, interesting. I think in the past I've just gone to his house and killed him.
Yes. It's outside of the Imperial City. I heard it's a place where many of the heroes from past wars are buried. Sort of a subterranean graveyard. I just assumed Seridur had a relative that died and is buried there. Not many people go out there anymore, as the route is dangerous. But Seridur's a stubborn one. He takes integrity for a man to risk his own life to honor the fallen. I admire him for that. I looked it up once in an old atlas I had in stock. Here, let me mark it on your map. Good day.
I don't know why he said good day like that, like he's angry. Oh, it's right here. I guess we have not been there. So what does it say now? I've discovered that Seridur makes the occasional visit to a place called Memorial Cave. It's a burial site for many heroes that died in past wars. Seridur supposedly has a relative interred there. Perhaps I should go investigate. I feel like this is just gonna be a vampire nest, but we'll go investigate, I suppose. Okay, so there's a gate over here. Probably gonna run into something nasty outside here, too. I was expecting like a spider danger or something. I guess, I'm not high enough level yet for that. In my other game, I've made it past level 17. I'm at like level 20, and so you get all of the hardest enemies. The Storm Atronax and the Spider Daedra. Am I even going the right way? No, I'm not. Okay, so we need to head northeast. Let's head back this way. There's a goblin out in front of there. Just go at him with a dagger. Oh my gosh, I love how that dagger throws stuff into the air. It's so funny. Absolutely ridiculous. Ooh, there's a chest here with nothing in it. Thought we were gonna get something good out of there. What is even after me right now? Was there like a crab or maybe a slaughterfish in the water? Okay, well, if I run away, hopefully that will... There we go. I was gonna say it was far enough away. It should stop. I see a nerd route. I don't know why I am bothering to level up my hand-to-hand a little more. Rats and mud crabs are a pretty good choice to level up your hand-to-hand, although I do think that you get a lot of diseases from them. Same thing with like wolves. If you're like in close contact with them, it seems like you get a higher chance of getting a disease. In my experience, that's what's happened. Alright, let's re-equip our bow and head in here. I've entered Memorial Cave. It is now being used as a vampire den. I need to see if I can find Seridur in here and put a stop to a charade. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. Oh look, we have a flaming corpse. This is a nice sight to greet you here. But I would expect no less from a vampire den. Somebody just went right here. I feel like fire damage is probably a good choice for vampires. Is there no one else in here? Oh, maybe over there. A night blade. Highwayman's shirt. Oh, those shoes probably were not worth anything. A repair hammer. That reminds me, I don't know if I've repaired my stuff in a while. That actually might be a good idea to do. Let's check it. I thought it was interesting. The Mayrune's Harbinger that comes when you use that spell to get the armor makes a comment that the items cannot be crafted by human smiths. However, you do have the ability to repair them, which to me is weird. It seems like it's nice that you can, but it seems like you shouldn't be able to. I broke the only hammer that I had. I really do have a lot more stuff that I should be repairing here, but I guess I gotta get some more hammers. Oh, shoot. That's a skeleton hero, I think. Yeah, they're a little tougher. I'm kind of surprised that there's no one in here. I thought there would be. I guess just the wolf. Oh, there's another rat. Soul gems, gold. I always think in the caves where there's like these little cubby holes that they should have like, sometimes there's candles in there, but there's never like any treasure. I feel like it's like a little shelf. If somebody was hanging out in here, that they would put their stuff here. At least I would if I was living in a cave like that. I always expect to find some, something more in there. I think there are several places where I've seen things in those spots, like gems or things like that. I don't know, I'm looking at that again. I've already cleared it out. That's a zombie. A headless zombie, actually. Vampire sorcerer. It's weird that a sorcerer would wear heavy armor. Isn't that heavy armor? Yeah. Okay. I'm continuing to pick up clothing items if they weigh more than, or if they are worth more than like maybe 25 gold. Just because I haven't leveled my mercantile up all the way, so it's just more stuff for me to sell. I'm sorry if you guys can hear the fish. They seem to be making a lot of noise in the background. We got some new fish, goldfish. My son's goldfish unfortunately died, so we went to the local pet store to find him a new goldfish, and of course he goes to the tank that has the biggest goldfish ever. So fat. And there was a note on the tank that said, "This is Todd. Todd needs to be in an only fish home because he has not learned that fish are friends, not food." And it was so funny because I told my son, okay, well, you can get him, but we're gonna have to keep an eye on him. With the other goldfish we have is a fantail, and it's fairly large. So my suspicion was that they would be fine. But so we did come home with Todd, and it was so funny as they were like bagging him up. He was like a local celebrity in the store. All the girls that worked there were like, "Oh, Todd's leaving us. I can't believe somebody's finally buying Todd." Where did he go?
She was here a second ago.
Yeah, so he's been doing pretty well, but he does make more noise. He picks up a lot of the rocks in the tank and like spits them back out. He likes to dig up the live plants that we have in there, and he also goes up to the surface a lot. But so far Todd is getting along fine with our other fish, but we did move them into a bigger tank because they are both fairly large goldfish. But long story short, they're on the table next to my computer here, so if you hear any weird noises, that's what it is. That would be Todd. I was joking that I should call him Todd Howard. I thought it was funny that they had already given him the name Todd. I don't think the guy at the pet store got my joke about Todd Howard, though. Okay, nothing in that one. This is another burning corpse here. Yeah. Oh, a lockpick. I don't really need lockpicks anymore, but I'll take it anyway. Nothing. Bummer. Alright, let's see how much of this that we gotta go this way. Seridur's probably gonna be like at the end of this, I would assume. Is this the way we came? Yeah, alright, we gotta go. Where do we have to go? This way. I got turned around for a minute. There's another... Is that a wolf, maybe? of fatigue. I've got a lot of these arrows that are like enchanted, but I haven't used any of them yet. I'm probably gonna be over encumbered fairly soon here. Let's see. Yeah, I was gonna say it's gotta be coming. Alright, so I did pick up a lot of lower value items that I probably, like these, I do not need. Alright, leather greaves are only worth 20. Oh, we're like way over 344 out of 300. Okay. See, this steel curse is only, it's worth 180, but it weighs 35. That's pretty heavy. Maybe I'll just leave that behind. That'll put me under. At some point, I would expect somebody to have some enchanted gear. I guess that one of the vampires had an enchanted claymore. Did we just like notify somebody else that we were here? Alright, we'll make our way in there in a second. I'm just gonna check out this little offshoot here. There's some good stuff. There's another repair hammer. I normally will train with who's this? The armor in the Imperial City there. I get it confused because there's a Rashida and Rasan. I think Rasan's the one in the Imperial City. Rashida is the smith in Coral, maybe. I don't remember. But they both, Rasan is a little bit older, but they look similar. And they both have R names, so I get them mixed up. But I normally will train with her, but I really have not done that much, in this playthrough. So it may be something I should consider down the line. I got to the point where, did I get to the point where I can like repair my enchanted stuff? I don't know. No, I'm not there. Oh wait, yes, I'm apprentice, so I can. I feel like they might have changed it from the original. Like, I think to repair magic items, you had to be a journeyman, level 50 before. But I could be wrong. So I guess we can repair magical items. It would still be good to level up more so I don't have to carry around a bunch of repair hammers all the time. I'm gonna use that. I used to have a mod on the original that gave you a key ring so that all those keys would be like locked in a ring, and it only took up one, so you didn't have to scroll through all your keys. And so far I have not found a mod to replace that one for the remaster. If anybody knows of one, let me know, because I would definitely use that. I hate scrolling through all the keys to try to find what I want. Ah, there goes that one. I usually try to repair, obviously, the items that I'm using first before I move on to the, anything extra. I'm gonna keep all the vampire dust. I believe I can turn the vampire dust into the Order of the Virtuous Blood later. And they give me coin for it, I think. I'm just putting some of this stuff that, like these, they weigh a lot. Maybe I'll just get rid of that. If I get rid of both, then I should have a lot of room. Let's see. Yeah. Quite a bit. Alright, so do we think is that Seridur? previously just gone to his house and killed him, and then the guys that are there get all mad. But maybe not. Maybe I'm not remembering that correctly. I didn't mean to open the gate. I just wanted to check that. What am I looking for at here? This is like a zombie that's half burned. Is that what's happening? That's super weird. A key. I don't know what the key is for. Oh, he's got a glass sword. Seridur's house key. We'll just take all the stuff he's got. Okay, I don't know if there's anybody else in here. I think we got everybody, but I could be wrong. I was assuming that Seridur would be the last that we would encounter. I always feel kind of gross when I go through the corpses. Oh, that opened with the key. Boots of the Harbinger. That makes me think of Skyrim. Apprentice retort. I don't know if we have an apprentice one yet. Let's see. That's another thing. I should probably try to work on leveling up my alchemy. Apprentice retort. These things are not really in order. Do I only have a novice mortar and pestle? Seriously? Is that for real? I wish the equipment would just stay at the top. There is a mod for that, to keep your equipment at the top. Repair hammers, alchemy equipment, which that might be good in place of the keyring that I don't have anymore. Let's see, anybody else here? I'm thinking Seridur was kind of the leader of this group here. Can't search that one. Okay. So, I think that's it. We've searched the whole cave here. That's the end of it. So, I'm gonna make my way out, and then we will travel back to Roland's cabin and see what he has to say here. Alright, so I've made it back to Roland's cabin. I realized that as I was looking at the map, that cave was really not that far from his cabin, so I could have traveled from there. But I guess we went and talked to Phineas first over here before we headed down there. So he gave us the information about the cave. Okay.
I hope you're here to bring me good news.
Seridur.
He's dead? Oh, thank goodness. I feared I'd never be able to leave here, or worse, that he would come for me. I can finally return home. The ironic thing is that I think the Order of the Virtuous Blood should continue its work. Perhaps I'll speak to the others. Yes, I think that the Order will live on. Give me time to make arrangements and meet me in Seridur's basement.
All right.
Let us never speak of that abomination again.
Alright, fair enough.
Horrid creatures. I hope we never see one in the Imperial City again. I'll see you in the Imperial City.
Sounds good. I should probably check to make sure I don't have any... I haven't contracted any diseases. I guess not. Sometimes it's hard because it just pops up at the top of the screen and it's really easy to miss it. I feel like playing the original Oblivion, I had that happen where I contracted it, didn't see the little thing pop up, and then actually turned into a vampire because I didn't know I had it. Which is... So, I normally really sickly if you have a disease. I've noticed it's more noticeable in this one. Alright, why is my pointer still on his house though? I've returned to Roland's cabin and told him what had transpired. He thanked me for clearing his name and vowed to take Seridur's place to continue the Order of the Virtuous Blood. He said I should meet him there for a reward. Okay, so I have to go to Seridur's house, but the map marker is still on the cabin for some reason. It was the Temple District, right? I think.
You have my ear, citizen.
Okay. I don't really know how long we have to wait for him to show up here, though.
I didn't know Seridur was a vampire, I swear. I serve Roland now. Please, accept my apologies for my error in judgment.
It was a pretty major error for somebody that's supposed to be a vampire hunter, I do have to say. Okay, let's see if he's here. Ah, yes, he is.
Hello, it's so good to see you again. I've spent a good deal of time speaking with Gillen and Greythroat. They agree that the Order should live on. Not only that, but we'd like to make you an honorary member. If you're ever in need of our services, we'd be happy to provide them for you. In addition, we'd like to reward you with this enchanted ring. Use it well in the fight.
1 ring of sunfire added. Okay, let's see.
At least there are a few less vampires in the world now. Well done. But there are more of these creatures that still roam Cyrodiil. If any of our books can help you in the cause of destroying more, you're welcome to read them. Since you're an honorary member of the Order, if you bring back proof you've slain a vampire, we'd be glad to compensate you. Bring back the vampire dust from their remains. That should be proof enough.
Okay, well I do have a bunch of it.
Excellent. Another vampire has been slain. Here's your reward.
Okay, this is another one where I'm gonna have like 50 of these. Wow, 250 gold. Did he take all of them at once? Let's see.
Excellent. Another vampire has been slain. Here's your reward.
It's 250 gold for each piece of vampire dust I have. That's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna go through and do them all here because I think I have a whole pile. But I'm sure you guys don't want to listen to him saying, excellent, another vampire has been slain another 50 times. So, hang tight for a minute. Alright, I think I've got them all now.
Return to me when you have slain another vampire and the Order will gladly reward you.
Yeah,
May the sunlight always safeguard your path.
I don't know what I was remembering, but I thought it was only like 50 gold per vampire dust. 250 is a lot. I just wanted to see if they had any skill books in here. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so I think we just made quite a bit of gold. Yeah, I think I don't know how much I had before, but I just sold a lot of vampire dust. I had a lot of it. Let's check out this ring that he gave us. Resist disease on self, reflect spell on self. That's actually a really good ring too. It says it's worth 11,000 gold. So that's, I think I already have a resist disease buff because I'm a Bosmer. So we should be like fully covered. Let me just look. I'm pretty sure. Resist disease. Yeah. We're at 110% resist disease. We already had 75 because we're a wood elf, and then another 35 added for the Ring of Sunfire, which in theory should mean we're not gonna get any diseases, I believe, right? If I'm covered 110%. Not bad, not bad. Alright, well, we got off on a little sidetrack there because that lady came and talked to me in the middle of me doing whatever I was gonna do. I think I was just trying to get to the waterfront so I could go talk to Armand Kristoff. Security training. I don't know that I'm really gonna bother with that because my security is already over 100. Just let it level up naturally. I don't think I need to pay him to train. This is what we were originally doing. I think I'm gonna hold off for now and try to level up my sneak a little bit more so that I can hopefully infiltrate and get past the guards without them catching me. So I think what we'll do is wrap up here for today and then pick up in the next episode and head into the sewer. Hopefully in the meantime I can do some more training. We did train with Othralos some, but I think I need a level up before I can train again. Right? So I need to work on getting, maybe I should level up blunt and heavy armor. That would help. They're both at 5. I need to work on getting up to my max level so that I can train again. So I think I'm gonna do that. And then we'll hopefully be a little sneakier than we are now. It's one of the harder quests, I think, trying to get into the sewer without the guards seeing you. Alright, so let's wrap up here for today. We did a couple of interesting quests. If we find any more vampires, we can come trade it in and get some gold from them. We got a really good ring as a reward, so that was good.